Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about Season 3, Episode 2 of Once Upon a Time. And the first thing I want to talk about is Captain Hook. First of all, Captain Hook was kind of badass last night. You guys, last night he was just in rare form. There was lots of witty banter, and he was just sarcastic and it was awesome. And then the best Hook news from last night is that I finally got my Hook and Emma moment. I've been shipping these two for quite a while now, so to finally get an inkling that maybe the show is headed in that direction was super exciting. So this episode really kind of focuses a lot on Emma. Now, of course, they're all in Neverland. They're trying to find Henry. I thought it was interesting because the group dynamics continue from the last episode. I mean, we really do have this group of people who shouldn't get along, who have tried to kill each other at times, who have hated each other at lots of times, and yet they've all united with this one goal. But that doesn't mean that the problems go away. I'm liking that they did that, and I really hope we actually see an evolution of them, you know, as they do work together. That would be really, really cool. I did think it was interesting in this episode, though, you know, in the one scene when Peter Pan does show up with the Lost Boys and there's kind of this small little battle. I mean, they united pretty quickly then. So I'm hoping that's kind of foreshadowing for what's to come. So basically, at one point, Peter Pan comes to Emma. He gives her a map. It's blank. He tells her that the map will lead her to Henry, but the map will only show itself to her when she stops denying who she is. So she spends a lot of time trying to figure that out in a kind of surfacey way. You know, she kind of admits, okay, I'm the savior, which of course she doesn't want to do, but nothing is working. Regina gets super frustrated, of course, and tries to take over, but that doesn't work out all that well. Eventually, when she gets down to it, the thing that she's been denying is that she is an orphan, that she still feels like an orphan. And so you get that, yes, she found her parents, but she's still dealing with the fact that she feels abandoned by them, even though she completely understands why they did it. At the very end of the episode, Peter Pan points out to her that she really kind of did the same thing to Henry that her parents did to her, and that there's a lot of unforgiveness, like, amongst all of them. We did get to see some of Mr. Gold / Rumplestiltskin in this episode, and it was really kind of interesting, right? Because he's kind of seeing this doll, and we eventually get that his dad gave him this doll, and then Belle shows up. You guys know that I do not care about Rumble. I just don't get it. It just freaks me out a little bit. I don't know. It's just kind of creepy. But she's there really as kind of his conscience, because that's what she's always been. And he's really battling with the question of, do I really kind of put forth the effort to save my grandson, or do I just let him die? Now, of course, the reason he would let him die is because of the whole prophecy, that Henry would be his undoing. And to just throw my 2 cents in about the prophecy, I really don't think it means what he thinks it means. And so I guess we'll see that play out. Belle is there to kind of remind him, like, look, there's good in you. You're not your father. Don't be your father. Make the right choice. And so I guess we'll see if he does that. Now, the home team could really use him, so I hope he gets it together because, you know, them having the Dark One on their side would be a good thing. We did go back to the Enchanted Forest, this time in a flashback. And I just want to say that I was reminded again how much I love Regina when we're in the Enchanted Forest. Like, she just looks so freaking awesome at all times. Whoever does the wardrobe and the hair and the makeup for her in the Enchanted Forest, like, big ups to you, because she always looks just like the ultimate, like, fierce diva. This flashback was all about Mary Margaret kind of finding the strength in herself to realize that she was a leader and that they should fight to kind of take back the land from Regina. I thought it was really cool because there was this whole bit with Excalibur where David kind of tricked her and made her think that she'd pulled the sword out of the stone, and it was her believing that she'd done that allowed her to kind of have the strength to face Regina, which I thought was really kind of interesting. I did kind of figure that twist out. I was like, oh, he's totally faking. That's not real. But I thought it was kind of cool. And it kind of continued that theme of, you know, stop denying who you are. She was denying, you know, that she could be queen. She could be the leader in the Enchanted Forest, which eventually, of course, we know that she did. Now, a couple of other things that were kind of interesting in this episode. One is that David is hurt and that he's hiding it. So when they were battling with the Lost Boys, he gets kind of nicked by a sword. But the problem is that the tip of their swords are soaked in this poison. I think it's called Dream Shade. And according to Hook, Dream Shade is going to bring a slow and painful death. So we see the wound, and yeah, like I said, we see that he's hiding that, so I'm sure that will be panning out. The other thing that we get is that next week we are going to see Tinkerbell, and I'm super excited about that. And we also get that she and Regina have a past. And being that Regina was mostly evil in her past, That should be interesting. Let's just talk about my favorite moment a little bit more, the Hook and Emma scene. You know, it's after she gets the map to work, after she stops denying who she is. And she's talking to Hook and he says something to her like, just who are you, Miss Swan? And she says like, wouldn't you like to know? And then he, in this really kind of serious voice, says, perhaps I would. And it was literally, that was it. It was like 5 lines, like 10 seconds, but I was like a giddy schoolgirl. I was so excited because it's just like the tip of a hint that possibly there's going to be some Emma and Hook love. So come on. So are there any other Hook and Emma lovers out there? If so, leave a comment below and we will talk about it some more there. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.